Hello, and welcome to Iacon Underground Radio for the week of October 12th, 2016. I'm Jen.
I'm Alex.
And I'm David.
So this week, we've got a whole bunch of stuff from New York Comic Con, including a lot of stuff that we hadn't seen before, some display pictures and also some stock pictures. And we've got some things that are newly available, and then we've got some talk about Transformers ongoing number 57. So that will all be super exciting. Also some very interesting facts and figures from the end of Revolution number 3, which will be out this week. Yeah, there's lots and lots of New York Comic-Con stuff out there. It's pretty great.
Yes, it's Toy Christmas. Well, the third.
I would like to. I would like to shout out to Ant at tfu.info, who has been a guest with us, who specifically tweeted to me, well, us, but me, that Broadside comes with a sprue of tiny AERIALBOTS.
Aw. Kind of weird that he comes with, like, tiny model planes that are on a sprue, but it's cute.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Well, they're specifically the AERIALBOTS. I mean, I realize other people may have trouble identifying the AERIALBOTS as tiny monochrome jets, but it is specifically...
Is it all 5 of them, or just...
No Alpha Bravo.
Oh.
Slingshot gets to be there instead. Well,
okay.
Quickslinger gets to be there instead.
5.
I actually feel sorry for Alpha Bravo now.
Yeah.
He's the sad, forgotten AERIALBOT. But yeah, that's really cool. They peg into place on his aircraft carrier mode. He, in general, just defies all sense of scale, just like the original. Just pretty great. Because he's an aircraft and an aircraft carrier, so it's like he lands on himself.
Well, that's bad enough,
Also,
but it's made worse by his Titan Master head, which can sit in the conning tower. It's gigantic on the aircraft carrier.
It doesn't sit in the conning tower. It sits on the conning tower. I mean, it's not like it's, enclosed. It's just, it opens up and there's a seat. So yes, he has a head that is the original toy head rather than the animation head. But I'm sure someone will probably make a 3D printed face for that.
Trent, you mean Trent.
Yes, I mean Trent. Though the only real notable thing that Broadside ever really did in the G1 cartoon was in the absolutely atrocious episode Carnage in C minor, in which he turned into an aircraft carrier to fall on Devastator.
There's something Douglas Adamsy about that, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm thinking so. We've got Titan Masters Wave 4, which is going to be, oh my goodness, the Repugnus. So this is like the Precious Wave.
Aww.
Because there's Repugnus, who does have a little, it's sort of like Clobber and his, now I'm blanking out on the other version of him, even though I have him. I'm the worst. But the point is, he's got that little, sort of animal-y mode, even with his little armor, that looks like his old G1 version.
Which is so
and then there's Shuffler. Shuffler is an elephant. He is based on a toy that we never got in America, because in Japan, now you might notice, if you've played with any G1 Headmasters, the non-junior ones, the original set. The little tech spec thing in their chest actually has separate little things that move separately. So you could hypothetically put another head on it and it would be different. And that never really, I guess you could put Brainstorm's head on Chrome Dome in the US, but in Japan they actually sold separate little heads. And one of them was this little elephant named Shuffler. So So now we have him as one of these new headmasters, which is pretty great. I like that a lot. So also there's Legends Class Brawn. Yay, more Brawn. Big fans of Brawn will be very excited.
He's kind of
I think I can only
blocky.
really think of one big fan of Brawn, and I don't know if he even pays attention to the fandom anymore. So all the big Brawn fans, you get 2 toys this year. Congrats. People who do not have fans would include Getaway.
Yeah, now called Breakaway.
Who's
but
called Breakaway this time.
he's just a Chrome Dome repaint with a different head. I was expecting some remolding, but nope.
He doesn't deserve it.
No. I'll probably just give him to
deserve
some other head anyway. But I was hoping for a little bit more
I
variety.
suppose. Oh, sorry. You can crush him though. I mean, you can pop his head off. You could probably couldn't just flick his head off without possibly damaging the headmaster. But oh well, it's a nice dream. Trigger Happy and Blowpipe, being Target Masters originally, they managed to survive without any kind of name change, which is not something that Twinferno managed.
Yeah. Well, he went from Double Cross. Twinferno sounds cooler than Double Cross. That's an upgrade, I think.
I guess. He sounds more trustworthy than Double Cross.
Yeah.
So he,
has the best head.
His G1 toy, his G1 toy is really super awesome. So I'm really looking forward to an updated version of it. Also, yes, he has the best head, because his head is White Leo, which is, was that one of the battle beasts?
Yes, it was. Well, it looks like White
Or
Leo. It's called Dabura, which could mean devil.
It's called Dabaru, which is
like a Japanese butchering of devil, maybe.
It's also
the head's
pointed
robot
out.
mode has these adorable, foot claws and, a Lionbot-y robot head with an eye patch.
The eye patch is the best part. He's a little...
The eye patch is what really sells it. Because, I mean, that's what, White Leo had, as far as I can remember, from the, screenshots I've seen of those episodes. His head mode looks very nice. I also heard it suggested that Dabaru is W with a heavy Japanese accent. So,
could be, yeah. It's
knows?
one of those things that's I forget. I think there was I forget how it was spelled. One of the DBZ characters was Doubler, but it was Dabaru. He looked like a devil. We just called Doubler, which is weird translation issues. But he's a cute little lion, so who cares?
Aw, yes, and he's got an eye patch. He's not cute, he's a badass, and you can tell because he's got an eye patch.
Yes.
Yes, that's...
I'm definitely going to have to get this one, but I'm wondering if we're also going to get him in yellow and teal as Sinner Twin.
Oh, I really hope so.
Ooh.
Well, he won't be called Sinner Twin. I forget what they called him with the itty-bitty suckers that they made.
Twin Strike.
Oh, Twin Streak. Boring. Boring. But yeah, so that's the second of the Autobot monster bots from G1. So I wonder if we're going to get Grotusk at some point. That's fine because Grotusk is the only G1 one I actually have out on display. So I have him.
Neat.
And then we have Perceptor!
Yeah,
so who is disappointed that Perceptor doesn't have a monocle?
Me! That's what I'm saying, disappointing.
Yeah.
Everything else about him is not disappointing.
Yeah, well...
It's just that he doesn't have a monocle. And that can be easily remedied by Trent again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I appreciate that his microscope mode has treads like the original one.
Well, of course.
Of course. I also appreciate that his microscope tray is sized to perfectly fit a Titan Master.
Yes, he could take a little nap.
That's pretty great. He's got to examine them. Aww! They're taking a little nap. And yes, his Titan Master's named Convex, which is great. I like that a lot.
I wonder if the lenses on the plastic portion of his optical barrel thing that I should know the name of but don't will actually have any kind of optical.
Not. The original
stuff.
didn't, so I wouldn't imagine.
God, what's happening to my brain? I mean, it does look like in the stock rendering that they provided, they do at least have a plastic lens in the top.
Yeah, it looks like there is a lens.
Maybe they are going to...
Who knows? It shouldn't be that hard to actually modify him to have real lenses.
I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to modify him to, but I feel like it would be really cool if they did it by default.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems doable. It's just molded plastic in the right colors with the right polish. Right thickness. So, Perceptor looks great.
He does. I hope that shade of blue on him manages to make it through as well as it looks, because it's pretty good. I like Perceptor. We have Sky Shadow, who is one of those where he's pretty obviously I guess you'd call it a pre-tool at this point.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really look like they'll even have to retool. Well, I guess his chest, probably, but the rest of him... He's Overlord in black! He's a black repaint before Overlord comes out.
Yes.
And I guess doing the non-fans gotta have him character first is gonna convince people to double dip, but if you're gonna do that, why isn't this one an Autobot?
Well... Wait, what size is Six Shot? Is he a leader class too?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
That way, Sky Shadow, Six Shot, and Overlord, all Phase Sixers are all leader class. They're big and they're dangerous.
Ooh. It's true, they are dangerous. Yeah, that sounds like a good way to do it. But I do appreciate then that we're getting some very big, very fancy toys of characters that, again, we're dipping deep into the Japanese well of obscurity here to get this stuff. But I suppose Six Shot to some degree. Actually, over on Stasis Pod recently, we watched Rebirth, and we got to see Six Shot's only American cartoon appearance. In which he shut down all of the AERIALBOTS one at a time and then was promptly forgotten about. But yes, in Japan he continued on as the Decepticons ninja consultant. And I see that they had his ship mode on display, with the ship in quotes. I love that it's just his gun upside down. So they could not have to make him entirely orange. I see that we have a little Fangry here. Ah, that's adorable.
Yeah, maybe they'll recolor him as grotesque.
Maybe give him a new head and make him grotesque. Yeah, he's I like a tiny Fangry too. He's another one of the little... I love that there's just this little $5 assortment that's also super fun, because I can just pick them up at Target on the way to my coffee shop and play with them while I'm trying to avoid actually working.
Oh, it's great. It's been so long since we've had that really good impulse buy size class for Transformers.
Yeah.
Yes, and I miss that. They also had on display the G2 Laser Prime inspired Optimus Prime, who sadly still does not appear to have stickers of him burning a forest down on his side. But his plastic is a delightful bright greenish yellow, which his original toy did not have at all, but which is very 90s, so I appreciate it. And also, that was... Mm-hmm.
We're also finally getting a little Legends-sized kickback, or whatever the scale is, to match with the other two Insecticons. Yay, I can have all three of them with articulation that aren't slowly decaying of my G1 ones.
Yeah, they have never exactly been hard to find or very expensive,
but
because they came out at that point where Transformers was really had really caught on, so they were being ordered right about then, and so all the stores ordered 1 million of them, so they were overproduced. The
Yeah, so
end.
it's hard to get them.
That's our...
It's hard to get ones that aren't missing antennas or paint or stickers, though. Well, there was the reissues, but they were kind of expensive. I wanted ones with articulation.
Ridiculously expensive.
Finally getting articulation. Yay. Had to just army build them.
So there are new Robots in Disguise cartoon toys. Sadly, none of them are Filch, so I'm sad. But there's some adorable little pudgy mini dudes and some actually Energon-style combiners somehow.
Yeah, shirt and pants. That's one thing I never expected would come back. The shirt and pants combiners.
I feel like a broken record saying this, but I've wanted it to come back, and I like it so much more for combiners. And I'm happy to see it back in any form. I am a little disappointed that it seems to be a very simplified version of the individual figures, but I'm glad it's happening at all. I'm a little disappointed by the amount of paint it looks like these things have.
Yeah, these look like a very low price point
very cool
toy. So, I mean, like...
If these were like $5-7 each, I'd definitely jump on some.
Dollar store toys.
Possibly. Yay, Family Dollar. Yeah, I could see these definitely being in that sort of sub-Legends price class. Just based on their paint apps and their amount of articulation, which is not very much at all.
Yeah, well, I think they come in the 2-packs. Yeah, they come in 2-packs, so... You get a shirt and hand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's very Land Crossy. But I guess they do have their own individual modes. So
then they're also doing activator combiners, which
yay! I know they're so round and pudgy. Look at the pudgy mini-cons. And that one has wheels for feet.
Super pudgy.
And just all the Robots in Disguise mini-cons are just precious. They're just precious chubby babies, and I want to hug them all. They seem huggable. And the big reveal of the weekend was probably... They didn't bring the entirety of Triptychon, they just brought his leg.
Yes.
And it's the size of the forearm of the guy showing it off.
Pretty much.
It's a large leg. It's an incredibly detailed, very large leg.
Here.
It's got... And I like that it's got that clear piece of plastic over the hip, which is, I don't know.
Always had.
That just seems very G1 to me.
Yeah. And they show him next to Six Shot, who's a leader class, and the leg is bigger than Six Shot. Just the leg.
This thing's going to cost like $500.
Well, admittedly, he's a dinosaur, so the legs are like a tenth of his mass at least. Well, each leg.
Well, I mean, you only need one kidney. Actually, I think looking at Six Shot there, I think he may actually be the Voyager class.
Oh, I don't know.
Because he doesn't... Or do you think that does look like leader class?
I looked it up while we were talking about it previously, and I'm pulling it up again. He is a leader class.
Okay. Alright, I guess I just turned around and looked at my, the recent Ultra Magnus, and I was like, no, I guess that's right. I don't know why I was just thinking of leader class being bigger, because my brain. Derp. But yes, it is, the leg is taller than Six Shot. It's, yeah, like I said, you only need one kidney. So you can afford him. It's really nice, though.
Yeah.
So that's about all we got out of New York Comic Con, by which I mean that's a whole lot of really cool stuff.
Lots of toys.
Most of which, yes, a lot of which I'm looking forward to buying. I definitely feel that, 1987 plus the, 86, 87, 88, Japanese stuff is stuff that doesn't really get enough love. So it's really great to see some of that get new toys and get various other homages. Also, White Leo. What the heck? I guess I should note for listeners who may not be familiar with that particular piece of trivia. is that Battle Beasts, which were a separate line here, in Japan, Takara had them show up in a couple episodes of the Transformers cartoon, and that would be in the Headmaster series. And also, they were individually boxed in Japan, and that is about as adorable as you can imagine. They were these little, like, maybe 2-inch tall boxes. They were absolutely adorable. But White Leo was the leader of them in Japan. So they were actually, it's not one of those weird things like having a Bot-Shots toy that's ROM or something. Like they had displayed at one of the cons once. They are actually related to Transformers especially that one specifically, via Japan. And so that's that. Also, before we move on to the comics, we will give a little bit of a plug, I guess, to the Collectors Club store, which has put the most important thing they have ever produced in the history of fun publications up for sale on their site. The G.I. Joe figure of Dr. Biggles Jones.
Well, not just her. She comes in a whole set. You could pre-order with... It has a Rat Bat. I'm tempted because of Rat Bat.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a Rat Bat, and it's got a Cobra Commander, and it's got a Megatron, but it's the most important thing. It's got Dr. Biggles Jones. Actually, that is very important, and also Only Human, Arcee, and Rodimus are up for pre-order. That's one of those childhood dream toys there. So I may have to pick those up. It's very exciting. So we can.
Never thought you were going to see that.
So exciting. Also, yes, there's Ninja Force Scarlet, which I think I brought up previously. Like I had not as a kid, as a teenager. And so it's very exciting to get one who's not, like, got some ridiculous action feature making her have weird proportions. Yay! She had, like, a little kicky action. Also, along with the Batman Night Force Ninja stuff, that was the part of the 90s where toy companies obviously had no real concept of what ninjas should look like or do. Because she's just bright green and yellow. Neon colors.
The 90s.
So this week, it was the 90s. The 90s could never decide whether it wanted to be super dark or super bright.
So it decided on both at the same time.
Yeah. So speaking of things that are kind of dark, we have Adjectiveless Transformers number 57 this week, with the kind of dark coloring of Livio Raimondelli, David's favorite artist. It's great. It's gonna be funny if you, like, run into him at a convention sometime.
I do.
I mean, I don't know why.
Happens, but
I mean, I say that, but I had to be in the presence of Pat Lee at a convention before, and I managed to survive. However, he did end up signing something. He did end up signing something that he had nothing to do with. So that was nice.
That's Pat Lee.
That's kind of the ultimate Pat Lee memorabilia, isn't it?
Yeah. I had taken, I think it was Armada #1. Because I really liked the Armada comic until towards the end of Furman's run when they sort of started pushing all this weird editorial edicts of putting random G1 stuff in there. So I took that for the writer, whose name I'm suddenly blanking on, and I'm sure that's for the best. I took it for him to sign, and as, right after he signed it, Pat Lee just reached over and grabbed it and signed it too. But you didn't even work on that. So.
You didn't even pay anybody for that. Damn it, Pat Lee.
Yes. Well, I think at that point he was still paying people, but not long after. So anyway, Livio Raimondelli. Yes, this issue, some stuff happens. I would say
And
that
about finishes our coverage.
I would say that my favorite part of the issue was when someone actually held a small conversation with one of the individual torchbearers, and it was not Pyra Magna.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel
For
like
one
that's
panel.
some sort of combiner Bechdel test. Like, if one of the combiner limbs holds a conversation with another character and it's not the leader, because for whatever reason they tend to get to be in things more.
A combiner limb who is not the team leader has a conversation with a non-combiner.
Yes.
That is the Bechdel test.
I was also going to say that Swindle exempts from this.
Yeah.
Because, as we have discussed previously, Swindle is the most amazing combiner limb.
Yeah.
I also like the point at which apparently Rumble was going to start using his pile drivers on a raft.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was going to do. Something bad.
Neither is any other character in the book, which is great.
Yeah, that was the thing too, is that she was like, that's not the best idea. So yeah, we got some things happening. I have to say that the storytelling side of the art did leave a bit to be desired. There wasn't really a great flow of where things were in relation to each other. Like, Jazz is here, and was he underwater first? He seems to have gotten shot down somewhere,
so. Yeah,
but...
Yeah, they go underwater, and Jazz gets shot underwater, but it looks like he's shot into the ground, because I don't know how their guns work. Well, no, I think they hit him with torpedoes, but they're shooting underwater. So, whatever. Although, my problems with this issue aren't just with Raymondelli's art. The writing also isn't that great. There's one point where Cup is shouting at Needlenose, just get your brother onto Skybite. He's talking about Skylinks, not Skybite.
Oh, I thought maybe Skybite was with them. That's an unfortunate.
He's on Cybertron somewhere, I think, or he's on the...
Yeah, he's in Cybertron, like, hanging out at Blur's bar. Hanging out at the New McAdams.
He was on Soundwave's colony for a while. Maybe they might have gone back to Cybertron. I forget what happened there. But Skybite is not carrying anyone anywhere. That's Skylinks' job.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do like that Mindwipe in one of the panels is, like, carrying someone in bat mode through the water. He's a bat. I just like him for being a bat. I will say and gosh, I don't know. Also, apparently, this comic just crashed my Adobe Reader, so I think that's a good summary. I don't like that they made it seem, it was like there was this panel like, oh my god, he just killed Soundwave, but then Soundwave is actually not dead.
Yeah, like, he cuts halfway through his torso, like cutting through to where a spine would be if a robot had a spine, but no, he's perfectly fine after that.
I do kind of almost like that, the whole, I killed him, ha ha ha. Oh, right, we're Cybertronians, he's not dead, shit.
Yeah, I guess if one acknowledges that he has been living among humans and believing himself to be a human for quite some time, but I get the feeling towards the end that Sovereign is having some multiple personality issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though in the More Than Meets the Eye stuff, it did really seem like BlackRock was, Sovereign. But here it seems like Sovereign is its own personality that's come out. So that may be something that's changed in the meantime, or things.
I feel like this entire issue can be TLDR'd as G.I. Joe hates Transformers. Sentinel Prime is a zealot. Buy Revolution, kids!
Yay! Yeah, there was a bit of Revolution tie-in stuff with the G.I. Joe and all of that. And Victorion combined again. Yay. And then they went to Cybertron. The end.
Yeah.
The end.
There's also been 2 more issues of Revolution, which seems to have gotten over the first issue's kind of tonal problem of just feeling like it's the first issue of the crossover, of course they're fighting, and done more to establish like the motivations of all the various factions and why they'd be in conflict with one another instead of just somebody's holding the idiot ball.
So yeah, did you actually read the second and third issues? Because I have been somewhat distracted the last few weeks, which is part of why we were not here last week. Medical tests. So, yeah, tell us about it, Alex. Well, it is your job.
I'm not sure I know it well enough to recap it in full, but
sum up.
Rom is too busy trying to kill dire wraiths to explain why he's trying to kill dire wraiths.
So standard Rom.
But the Autobots manage to stop him well enough to force him to explain himself, and then they start getting along again. G.I. Joe actually does enough investigation to figure out that, all of the people that Rom killed were actually not humans who we thought they were, so that's something seriously wrong. Mask, I don't actually know that much about Mask, but they are being established as being led by somebody who is clearly extremely evil.
Miles Mayhem.
Yay!
Yep, Miles Mayhem is, like, keeping Blitzwing half alive while experimenting on him, and tells the rest of the team that the Transformers are just robots.
Yeah, Blitzwing, who was just fine last issue. But yes, he, like we were saying, there's some stuff being released out of chronology here. But it seems to be catching up because that ended with Blitzwing being carried off to presumably become a trophy in Miles Mayhem's office. I do need to read this just to find out how they justify Mask in a world where there are, better things that cars can transform into than cars with wings.
They're justifying it as not just cars with wings, but reverse-engineered Cybertronian technology.
But is it reverse-engineered into something better than cars with wings?
Cars with wings are cool.
Cars with wings and weapons that can take down Transformers.
Huh.
I guess that's fair. I do also appreciate even just looking at the cast page that we now have gender-bent Doc and race-bent Matt Tracker. I can get along with both of those decisions.
They seem to be not on board with the evil, so...
Yeah.
Good. Presumably the actual people from Mask are not going to be on board with the evil. Yeah. Presumably they're going to find out that their leader is a bad guy.
Cup gets captured and then makes the mistake of trying to exposition.
So is this a different artist than the first one?
I think it's the same. Looks similar.
The first issue was... same artist. Fico Asio.
Okay. Some of his stuff, some of it here is looking a little, more lively than I felt the first one was, but again, I haven't actually gone through and read the whole thing.
And then all that OR-13 that blew up was apparently being teleported to the Microverse, which is apparently the final resting place of Micronus Prime.
What?
And the Micronauts villain that the name of is...
Baron Karza.
Yes, Baron Karza.
Yay, Baron Karza.
Believes he and his kind were made in Micronus Prime's image. And is trying to get OR-13 in order to stop the Microverse from destabilizing.
So the Micronauts are mini-cons? Kinda?
Technically, I think so, yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't read it closely enough at the very end, and it's like, Rom is trying to destroy all the OR-13 so the dire wraiths can't get it, but would destroy the Microverse in the process, and at first Optimus Prime is on board with it, but then Windblade tries to stop it when they realize it'll destroy another universe. That's weird. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes, because it ends on the Micronauts ship being attacked by Snake Eyes.
Because it's
Micronauts ship, which is small.
Yes, it is tiny. They're wondering why there's a giant guy who looks like Baron Karza with a katana that's about to kill him. They don't even get that they're small compared to the other people here yet. It's just like the last 2 pages. They're like, this looks like this can't be natural. This looks clearly man-made, but it's huge. And then Snake Eyes attacks on the last page.
I like the cover to issue 4, which is Baron Karza and a bunch of dire wraiths, which is like the most Marvel 1983 thing in the world. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's great.
So after that, we have the best part, which is these little bios.
Yay, bios are back.
Which are like a lot like the Marvel Universe / Transformers Universe G1 stuff. And it helpfully informs us that Victorion's marital status is single.
Yes.
I take issue with that.
I do too. I think they're clearly in a polyamorous relationship.
Yeah, because it lists known relatives as Stormclash and Skyburst are twin sisters, so yeah, it should take them into account that they are a relationship. Yeah. They are an experience.
They are a conversation.
Aw, they're so great. But,
it's an odd thing, like marital status being there. It's like, I guess they had to replace known weaknesses with something. Because they took that out, but marital status. Okay.
I mean, we also actually, let's look at this whole thing. Is anyone here actually married? No! None of them! Why did they even put marital status?
Oh yeah, I guess they are all.
Rams is unknown.
Yes. Which,
I guess.
In the original Marvel I know he had a girlfriend. I forgot if they were married. They were probably married at some point.
I wish they'd had more fun with that. Like, Blitzwing's marital status should be single parent of Buster. Sure. Thundercrackers, I mean.
Yeah, Thundercracker's not here, but yeah. Single parents. Well, soon he's going to be the single parent of a Titan Master.
Yay! Possibly. I mean, depending on how he feels about that.
Well, he's been stabbed. He's getting a toy anyway, whether or not that happens in the comic.
I suppose. Presumably, given everything else that's happening in the comic that ties into the toys at this point, I'm assuming that, he's probably getting a toy like that. Also, because that's Octane, that Optimus Prime.
Octane's Optimus. It's the Megatron that looks like Blitzwing. Because he's a tank.
I thought it was Sentinel Prime.
Nope.
No.
Sentinel Prime is Astrotrain.
Yes. So, we've seen other things that are probably going to be all 3 of the Decepticon triple changers.
Yes.
We just haven't gotten there. It's like Overlord. It's like they're teasing us. It's like, here's the thing. Hey, look at this. This is gonna be something else. It's weird that they seem to be doing that with everything. Like,
look at this thing that's almost but not quite that thing you really want.
Yeah, like Alpha Trion is like, wait, is that Broadside? Yes, it is Broadside with remolding, but this is weird they're doing it this way. It's entertaining, but it's weird.
Yeah. I still don't understand why they put marital status if they're all single.
Well, this is only 2, they've only had 2 issues with the tech spec, whatever, Marvel Universe kind of profiles. Maybe the next issue somebody will be, although,
okay.
I don't know.
Maybe we're headed for that being a dramatic reveal for someone. Snake Eyes!
Oh man. Maybe somebody's got a Conjunct Sindura who we, wouldn't think of. Like, I don't know, Mind Wipe. Aww. Bats in love.
It'd be especially interesting if the only one who isn't single or unknown is a robot.
Yes.
We have Chrome Dome next
Is a robot. Yes. A robot in a presumably gay relationship. Or, as gay as they are, given that they're robots without actual sex. Though they do have gender now. Anyway. So before we get too deep into that, I think
It's
that's...
not gay if the rigid girl structures don't touch.
Yes, well, we could go talk to Tumblr about all this. They have some opinions. Though that opinion is really just that they are all the same sex functionally. Anyway, so I think that's about it for this week. Anything else to bring up?
I think that about covers
Canada
it.
has been airing those Robots in Disguise episodes. They're 5 episodes in, and
yes.
All right.
Supposedly they're actually going to start airing, I think, the 22nd in America of this month, 22nd of October. Hopefully.
Oh, well, as we are boring Americans here, except for on Stasis Pod, where we have our token Canadian, we will be reviewing those on the American airing schedule.
Yes.
Mostly just because reasons.
Yeah, well...
Because
we are totally justifying our decision not to watch episodes for this.
We're not bootlegging!
Yeah.
Also, quality that's out there is kind of sketchy anyway.
Daily Motion-y.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we will be back next week with that. But for this week, we will be signing off now. This has been Jen.
And Alex.
And David.
Good night. I just want to say good night. Iacon Underground Radio is a production of IaconUnderground.net, where we host this show as well as Stasis Pod, our Beast Wars and now Beast Machines podcast. We are on Twitter at IaconUG, Facebook at facebook.com/IaconUnderground, and Tumblr at iaconunderground.tumblr.com. We are an entirely listener-supported podcast, and we could use your help paying our hosting fees and other minor expenses. We have a Patreon set up at patreon.com/IaconUnderground, where you can go and help us out.